The intricacies of aim training is a huge rabbit hole that is very easy to waste your time on. Constantly comparing sensitivities, asking your buddies about every mouse and mouse pad under the sun, debating in game sensitivities for optimal performance, or anything else. But here's the truth, it's not the game changer you think it is. Switching between multiple mice every few weeks, adjusting DPI settings every session, or even swapping mouse pads thinking that'll magically improve your aim is a time sink. Yes, you want a comfortable mouse that fits your hand and a mouse pad that gives you smooth control, but constantly adjusting these things can create a false sense of progress. Stop chasing that magic mouse that will solve all your problems by being 15 grams and having a button on it that DDoSes your opponents. Buying a new mouse pad, stealing your goat sends because you saw them hit a crazy clip with it, or spending hours in random streamers' chat rooms looking for the big secret to skyrocket your aim and get you Radiant or One Above All or Supersonic Legend. These are exactly like that gym bro who's relatively new and asking guys 100 pounds heavier than them about their supplement stacks and optimal protein intake. For those big dudes in the gym, that stuff gives them those little 1% buffs for improving their physique. And buddy, you got a whole other 99% to worry about first. So what should you focus on instead? Let's talk about sleep. I can't stress this enough. Sleep is absolutely vital for aiming. You may think that staying up late practicing flick shots is going to help you hit those insane shots, but it's actually doing more harm than good. Your brain and hand-eye coordination suffer when you're sleep deprived. Studies show that sleep impacts reaction time, decision making, and even your memory. If you're not well rested, your practice in the lab won't be as effective either, and you'll just be learning with bad habits. Aim training is all about precision, and if your brain is foggy, those precision shots just won't happen. Instead of grinding out hours with poor rest, make sure you're getting quality sleep with a consistent bedtime. Aim for about 7 to 9 hours. You need more than just good sleep to improve, though. A lot of people neglect how much physical health affects aiming ability. You don't have to be hitting the gym every day, but stretching, getting your blood flowing, and even basic hand exercises can improve your reaction time and overall aim. Hand fatigue is real. If you're sitting in the same position for hours, not only does it hurt your wrists, but can also lead to slower reflexes and reduced accuracy. Taking short breaks, stretching your arms, and focusing on good posture during your gaming sessions can drastically help your aiming performance. Next up, focus. Mentality matters more than you think. When it comes to improving your aim, concentration is key. You can practice for hours, but if you're distracted or your mind's not in the game, your aim will never improve. Focus on one thing at a time. Aiming is about precision, and being mentally present during every shot will help have better sessions. Training with intensity during practice instead of mindlessly flicking around will pay off. If your mind is all over the place, your aim will reflect that. Also, don't get discouraged by mistakes. Staying calm and being patient with yourself is crucial. Training your aim is a long-term journey, not a quick fix. It all comes down to consistency. Improvement doesn't happen overnight, and you can't just practice one day and then ignore it for a week. You need regular practice to really start seeing improvements and results. And don't overdo it either. Aim training is about quality over quantity. I'll end this off with some smaller stuff that's good to consider when using aim trainers to get better at competitive games. For training to get better at a game, the most common advice is simply play more of that game. The more you play that game, the more you can learn about it and what to do in certain situations or team comps or whatever. The same applies for aiming too. In Valorant, it's good to practice in deathmatch and the range, as well as your aim trainer of choice. I recommend about one deathmatch for each comp game you play in a session. The same applies to Marvel Rivals or any other shooter. Generally, the best way to get better at a game is to play that game. Aim isn't everything, but consistent practice and trainers should be mandatory if you genuinely want to improve. That's about it for me. If you have any advice you'd like to share, leave it in the comments, or let me know what seemed like the most helpful bit down below. Like, subscribe, and all that, and I'll see you in the next video, or catch me live 5 days a week at 7 p.m. Eastern at twitch.tv/surefire with a V.